Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. You are obviously a connoisseur of magic. Well, of course you are, because you're watching a magic review channel. Why would you do that? Why would you do if you liked magic, you would probably go watch a magic performance channel. I don't perform magic here. I review it. I weigh it. I tell you whether you're gonna like this or whether you think it's gonna fit your style. I do that by opening it up. I look inside and I tell you exactly what your money gets you. I answer all the questions that everyone always asks on the forums. My questions come from you guys. Okay, that's how I came up with my questions, by listening to other people who purchase magic tricks. Today we're looking at Hundo Heist by Artifice and Craft. This is a trick from Dallas Fueston, and it costs 30 bucks. What is Hundo Heist? Well, as the title implies, Hundo, right, kind of sounds like Hundi, kind of maybe makes you think of Hundi 500, right? So it is a bill change. It is a flash bill change, a quick bill change, a visual, very kind of bill change. How it goes is you have a dollar bill. It's 100, right? Hundo, it's 100, right? $100 bill. And who's the guy? Ben Franklin, right? Yeah. You wipe your hand across it, and Ben Franklin's face disappears, vanishes. It's blank. And then you do it again. That's right. That's right. You get a second change in this. You take your hand, move it across, and now all the ink has smeared. It's kind of like pulled across, like the bill's moving too fast. It's all blurry. You can flip it over to the back and show it blurry there as well. And they're going to give you two extra alternatives. You'll be able to turn Ben Franklin's face into Salvador Dali. He was an artist. And you can also do the transformation where you turn Ben Franklin's face into a Squid Games soldier. All right, so let's say you pay $30 to your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. What will you get? Everything comes in a little cardboardy style envelope. And once you open it, you'll get the bill gimmick ready to go. Nothing to build, okay? It's ready to do the transformation where Ben Franklin's face disappears. Now, if you wanna do one of the other ones, right? If you wanna do Salvador Dali or Squid Games, you will need to cut those faces out and adhere them to your gimmick. You'll have to do some setup. But other than that, it comes ready to go. Is it what I thought? I thought it would be like Hundi 500. Right? Because of the name. I just kind of thought it would be that style. Like you show one value of bill, there's a transformation, and then you have another value. Or one face, right? And there's a transformation, and there's another. And it kind of is like that. Is it well made? It is well made. Everything is well made. It's built to last. It's got really good thinking behind the mechanics. The gimmick is well constructed. Doesn't really hang up on you. It does what it's supposed to do. It does all the work for you. So yes, it is well made. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? It is well shot. Really nice transitions, dubbed voice, nice music in the background. As far as what they teach you, there's an intro that's about 2 minutes long. There's an explanation video that's another 5 minutes long. They talk about then how to cut out the alternative faces. That takes an additional 5 minutes because they walk you through all the arts and crafts. There's some care, like how do you take care of your gimmick? That's another 4 minutes. Then there's extensive crediting, which is 3 minutes. And let me just say, they credit Patrick Page, Fred Capps, Greg Wilson, who did come up with Hundi 500. I will say this trick is almost identical to Bizarro's Bill Breaker. What is taught on the video? Very little, because most of that video time was spent doing other things. Like I said, there's an intro. They talk about how to cut the alternative faces out. They talk about how to care for it. There's extensive crediting. But when they actually teach you the trick, that's only 5 minutes long. The actual part where they teach you how to do the trick, both transformations, is only 5 minutes. It's a $30 trick. It's probably should have a little bit more. I felt, in that sense, it was lacking. There should have been, even though they might have thought, well, we taught you everything. You get a lot of live performances in the trailer, but it would have been nice to have seen a routine, like a whole routine. Explain the reasons for the transformation, or tell us why you picked Salvador Dali Why, right? Why does Ben Franklin's face turn into Salvador Dali? Some people don't even know who Salvador Dali is, let alone what he looks like. And, or why Squid Games? I mean, is Squid Games still popular right now? I haven't heard anybody talk about it in a long time, so I didn't know if it's still popular. Maybe it is. Pocket space. All right, let's talk about this. In the video, they do say this is for camera only. This is not my opinion. All right, this is what they say in the video. This should be for camera only, video only. And so I don't know. And there's even a part where they talk about this is how you store it in your wallet. This is how you should take it out of your wallet. And I'm like, why do I need to carry it in my wallet if it's for camera only? I don't understand, right? Because they mentioned that. And the reasons were because of angles. So how are the angles? Camera only. They want the gimmick to be shot straight on because the camera will hide the fact that it's a gimmick, right? It is a gimmick, and in real life, it would be very possible for you to flash your edges. And if that happened, people would see that it wasn't what it appears to be. So that also means that it can't be inspected, right? It can't be inspected. And yeah, so there's another reason why you can't do it live, because you can't inspect it. Now you could say, well, could they inspect it if I did a switch? Sure, you could, but this looks nothing like a real $100 bill. So what are you going to switch it with? You have nothing. They don't give you a bill that you can switch it to, all right? This looks nothing like a $100 bill. It looks cartoony. It looks completely fake. So I guess it's another reason why you probably won't want to do this live, because people would ask you, why do you have a fake $100 bill? Do it with a real 100, because they'll know right away that it's not real. What are the slights and difficulty level of this? It's really easy. Like I said earlier, the gimmick is going to do all the work for you. There's mechanisms, there's gimmickry built into this so that it becomes easy, and everything will lock in place so that you don't have to worry about things getting re-exposed. Okay, so yeah, the dollar bill will do everything for you. I say practice in the mirror a couple times, practice for the camera, right? Do some test shots, and you'll get a good take. Setup and reset, nothing, unless you want to add the other bills, right? The other faces. You want to add Salvador Dali or Squid Games, then it would take a little bit of extra setup. But from the way I understand it is, if you changed it to one of those characters, you couldn't then change it back. So make that decision and then make it well. Positives. All right, so what are the positives? Hundo Heist is a quick visual stunner that you can do for your next online miracle. Negatives. All right, what are the negatives? I think I've listed out a couple. I mean, the first of which was there was no routine given, no routine offered, and I wanted to know why. Why am I switching it to Salvador Dali? Why am I switching it to Squid Games? What's the story behind that? Okay, the fact that you can't do it in real life is another negative. It's an online only trick. So $30, you can only do this online because you can't examine it. Another question I had was, going back to the routine, why does the face disappear? Like, I'm doing it, the face disappears. Shouldn't I end there? I mean, it feels like I should just end with that one. That feels like a good enough trick. But then you transition to the blur trick, which also sounds good, but here's something that where I got lost again, okay? So let's say I'm showing the bill and I take the face off. Now the face is gone. Then I go to blur it. When you go to blur it, the blur has the face back on. That was a big disconnect for me. It should be progressive, right? If I take the face off, then the next one would be blurry with the face still gone. How did I put the face? Why did I take the face off only to put it back on? And when I put it back on, it's blurry. Like, because there's no story there, I don't understand the motivation behind the gimmick. It's hard for me to understand. So without a routine to show me like why you picked Dali or why you picked Squid Games, and then why does the face disappear but then come back, okay? Plus, yeah, maybe I'm just old school, but I have a longer attention span than 5 minutes. So if you could have given us more than 5 minutes of explanation, I think that really would have helped. The other thing that I also think works to its detriment is the fact that it doesn't look anything like a real dollar bill. It looks like fake money, okay? So as soon as it looks like fake money, the spectator knows this is not a real dollar bill. And now they have questions. What are the properties of this fake dollar bill? Because they don't know. Now, if you showed them a real 100, or even a bill that looked close to a real 100, they would understand the properties. And so when you pull the face off, they would know that's not possible, right? Because we've all held a real dollar bill. But when you show them a fake dollar bill, they're already assuming something is fake about that bill. And then when you pull the face off, they're kind of like, oh, okay. Because they don't know what that bill is, right? They don't know what that bill is. They don't know what its properties are. Now you're showing them that it can do like a little funny trick, and you're like, okay. And then the fact that you do the trick again, I mean, it already looks deceptive by showing them a fake bill. So to show them something else that it does, that it's also deceptive, doesn't feel out of the ordinary. I think the bills should have looked as close to real bills as possible. I got another negative. I always feel uncomfortable when I see tricks that are on the market, on for sale, and they look so close to other marketed tricks. And the person doesn't say, and I reached out to them and I got their permission to release this. It's fine to credit them and to say that there's other tricks out there that look like this, but when they don't actually come out and say, we got permission, I feel nervous. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Is it worth your money? It is $30. $30. And like I said, the gimmick is well made, but it's obviously fake. Obviously fake. And if it's obviously fake, then it's obviously a magic prop. That's just how I see it. So I don't know. Watch the trailer and see if this works for you and your style. That's everything I can say about Hundo Heist from Artifice and Craft. I hope I've introduced you to something new, or at least answered some questions that maybe you had. You were thinking about this and you didn't know whether you could pull the trigger or not. I hope I helped you out. If I did, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, push all the buttons. That would really help me out. And a big, huge thank you to Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. And if you want to purchase it for yourself, you'll be able to find it at your very favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.